all these games. I had to cancel the stream.
Welcome to Cary Stadium. West Jersey Football League action between Ocean City and Winslow Township. Winslow Township and Cedar Creek are the only two teams still undefeated in the division. So it's an important game for the Eagles. Every game's an important game. And Ocean City trying to qualify for the Group 4 playoffs. Interesting enough, last week, or 2 weeks ago, when they lost to Delsey, they dropped out of the top 16, Ocean City did, down to number 17. Top 16 make the playoffs. Last week they didn't play, and they moved back up to 16 because, of course, other teams in Group 4 were not successful last week. So, and interestingly enough, if Ocean City made the playoffs and they were this week, they'd be at Mainland in the first round. The Mustangs are the number 1 seed in South Jersey Group 4. Tom Williams along with Bud Rink, Bill Shawcross at the controls as we get ready for a game that last year, strangely enough, in wet weather, up in the Winslow Township, it was 6 or 7 to nothing. And here we'll see if that works out. But Winslow is a high-scoring, high-flying team with some key transfers, and we'll see what happens.
You know, Tom, it's interesting, too. I mean, you look across the way, there are not many people who have made the trip from Winslow Township. At least they're not here yet. But the stands on this side for such inclement weather, I mean, I have to give these people a hand. I mean, we're sitting up here in the press box. We're dry, but there are umbrellas and hoodies and whatever else. So I give them a lot of credit. Of course, it is senior day, so, you know, that means a lot more parents, maybe some who made the trip who might not ordinarily. But it's not a great day here at the shore, and it hasn't been for, about 5 days now.
Ocean City's won the toss, and they've deferred. So Ryder Hay will be kicking off to Winslow. The interesting thing about the Eagles, one of the transfers they got, and they got a handful of them, is Deontay Ruffin. He's a 6'3", 224-pound junior quarterback who threw for 2,026 yards last year for Camden, 19 touchdowns. His freshman year, he played at West Deptford and had a decent year for a freshman. So this is his third school, and because it's a second transfer, he had to sit out the first 4 games. During those 4 games, Jalen Parker, a 5'9", 176-pound freshman, threw for 989 yards and 12 touchdowns, including 300 yards passing against Delsey in their win over Delsey. But, you know, the Deontay Ruffin has the big name and had a big season last year, and they were excited by his transfer. He got to start last week, threw for 100 yards, but was intercepted 3 times. So they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and we'll see how they play it. And, of course, Ocean City, not exactly in that same situation, but with Walker Bailey at less than 100%. They have made good use whenever they could with Ryan Hendricks, a sophomore.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight, Tom. I mean, The wind is, I'm sure it's swirling a little bit, but it almost looks like it's blowing toward the ocean and maybe a little bit toward the home stands as we look at the field.
Here's the kick. Comes down at the 21, dropped, picked up at the 25, and out across the 30. And that is where they put it into play. It looks about the 31-yard line.
This is this is the kind of a day where not just wet but windy.
Yeah.
Turnovers are going to play a big role probably. And also, the coaches are going to have some decisions to make, especially on fourth down. Are we punting the ball into the wind, or are we going to try to pick up 6 or 7 yards depending on the field position?
Mainland, by the way, their game with Bridgeton's postponed until Monday at 3 o'clock. And Middle Township's game at Wall is postponed till Sunday at noon. So here we go. Roughing the quarterback. Long count. Got Cam Brown in the backfield with him, who's a pretty talented guy. Gives it to him, and he's got room up the middle. Quickly got to the 35-yard line.
But a little delay there, and what I thought was great, as you mentioned, quickly up, and he was quickly up, but how quickly the Raiders' defense closed that gap that he ran through. They only they limited him to 2 yards.
Cam Brown back to throw. Nope, on a run. And Brown is again out, this time to the 39-yard line.
Again, a decent run that time. They pick up maybe 4, but it looks like they're going to gain a whole lot more yards than they do, and all of a sudden, or suddenly, he's brought down. That time Nick Layton makes the stop after he eluded an initial contact by a Raider lineman in the backfield.
Nick Layton, 4th among Cape Atlantic League football players in tackles this year so far. And Joey Berardis, who's in that top 10, is not playing tonight. There goes Brown again. And he's hit real close to the first down.
Yeah, I'm going to be surprised if he got it. I think he's a yard short.
Oh, no, he's not a yard short. He might be short. No, it's a first down.
I don't know. I would have wanted him to measure that. But you're right. It wasn't a yard, but I would have wanted a measurement there.
But they didn't get it, so it's 1st and 10. Ball at the 42-yard line. Brown again. No, that's roughing on the keep. And he's going to be brought down for just a little gain. Ocean City, again, as Bud pointed out, almost every play, aggressive. Charlie Shutta, Tristan Schmidt in that particular on that play.
Yeah, and again, they see that opening and they're explosive through the opening. But so far in this first 5 plays, I'm impressed with how quickly the Ocean City has shut that down.
And you wonder how much the weather is affecting the play calling of Winslow, because they haven't thrown the ball yet.
Yeah, and with 3 interceptions last week, though, Tom, that may be part of the reason, too.
Yeah, he had 10 last year, too, Camden. He shifts Brown to his right. Now he's throwing, and he completes it out to the side,
Great
right
tackle.
in front of the bench.
Great tackle over there. Number 18 is Forster. Really just hangs right on, one-on-one tackle. Textbook, and there go again.
Just under 5, 3rd and 5, call it. Wide slot to each side. And the slot back took off. Still haven't snapped the ball.
So now it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, almost. Winslow right now is number 3 in South Jersey Group 4, behind Mainland and Millville. It's a pretty strong trio of teams, all in the same group. Of course, Hamilton is in there, and Shawnee as well. 3rd and almost 10. Ocean City drops back at the snap. Pass is incomplete. He does fire the ball.
Yep.
That was for Cam Miller. And Cam Miller, highly recruited, has 2 punt return touchdowns, 559 receiving yards for 4 touchdowns.
Well, one big advantage that Ruffin has at 6'3" is that he can see over just about everybody on that line, and he's standing pretty tall, able to fire it downfield.
Forster back waiting for the punt. Long hesitation here. Good snap, whistle, stop the play. Is it delay a game?
I would guess. Yep.
No, illegal procedure. Still 5 yards though. On the season, by the way, Ocean City has been penalized 166 yards. Their opponents 245. So the flags have worked in their favor a little bit. Good snap, good rush, floats it away, and it's going to roll dead just inside the 30-yard line. So Ocean City will take over on its own 30 with 8:34 left here in the first quarter. Live video coverage of Ocean City High School football produced by Crossover Productions and Prime Events. Executive producers Bill Shallcross and Matt Ulmer, both in the building tonight. Bill Shallcross is also our videographer. Tell your friends they can watch the action by going to oceancitysports.com, selecting the live online broadcast link on the home page. Games on there all the way back to 2008. Gunther hits across the 30 to about the 31 or 32-yard line. Duke Gunther, Bud, needs 83 yards to become the 34th Ocean City running back to get 1,000.
So now 81?
Yeah. He's averaging just under the 90, so it's certainly possible. 2nd and 8. Moyer in motion. Gunther, and he's hit probably a little behind the line of scrimmage. So he might have lost one of those 2 yards.
Yeah.
Let's see where they spot it.
I don't see him moving a stick.
It's about the same.
Yep.
Ocean City playing, as we said before, without Joey Berardis. This is a big loss at the linebacker spot.
Big weekend here.
Yeah, it's senior night. They did all the ceremonies in the pregame. Bailey stopped whistles, flags. Don't know if they're all the same penalty or they saw more than one. It's against Ocean City. Illegal procedure or false start.
You know, it's a shame that they play home games when, you know, when there's things going on. I know they have to have things going on here, but to lose that parking lot down there by the beach is really, really difficult to find places to park for people.
Absolutely. They try to work it out so they have away games on this weekend, and they've done that a few times, but the West Jersey Football League makes up the schedule, and nobody has control over the bike-a-thon. They have to do it on a certain day for a lot of reasons. 3rd and about 13. Bailey back to throw. Fires down the left side. Almost pulled in by John Moyer. Trying to use his height a little bit and his leaping ability, but he couldn't quite bring it in, so it'll be a punting situation.
Yeah, Kahim Powell was in the coverage, and he thought he was going to get an interception here. Bailey floated it over his head in perfect position and just out of the reach of Moyer.
Last time Ocean City saw Nakeem Powell, he was playing for Hamilton. He's another one of the transfers and a very highly thought of player. He's a sophomore. Good snap, Moyer. Very little rush. Oh, high kick.
Wow.
Hits at the 8, down to the 18, and maybe going to roll it to 17-yard line.
Great punt.
So from the line of scrimmage, it's about 55 yards.
Yeah, and he had a little helping wind, but he just boomed it. Not that much of a helping wind.
No. Well, he had a real good season last year, and he's off to a pretty good start this year punting the ball. The last 60-yard punt was in 2016 by Andrew Donahue against Mainland. I don't think that was 60, but it was close. 1st and 10. With 6:31 left in the first quarter. Ruffin. He's got the Brown to his left. gives him the ball, and Brown is hit hard by Nick Layton.
I got to think by the end of the season he leads the team in tackles. I'm guessing he might lead them right now, but
Nick Layton.
Yep. I mean,
he's fourth among all Cape Atlantic League players.
Yeah, I mean, we're all constantly mentioning his name. And Moyer was actually turned him into Layton a little bit there, helped him out, but Layton loves to hit somebody.
Ruffin to throw, wide open, keeps his balance, and Winslow's going to score. Wow, Cam Miller, we said he's highly recruited. That's one of the reasons. That's his 5th touchdown of the year, 2nd touchdown pass for Deontay Ruffin.
Well, I'm taking nothing away from Cam Miller, but a lot of people could have caught that ball because there was not a defensive player within 20 yards of him. And as long as Ruffin could get the ball out there to him, which he did, all the defensive coverage was on the far side of the field. He was sprinting down this side of the field all by himself. He just kind of got lost, I guess.
Extra point attempt. And there's whistles. Yep, it's good. It's good by Timmy Bright. 6 foot, 176 pounds senior, and it's 7-0 Winslow. As I would think the biggest play of the season for Deontay Ruffin. He threw for 101 yards last week, but he's all got 77 on that play. By the way, tomorrow and Sunday, Bud referred to it, the MS City to Shore ride with 7,000 cyclists raising $5.6 million. Promises to be the best cycling experience on the East Coast. It's fully supported with catered rest stops, bike support, and SAG transportation. Next Saturday, October the 7th, the Fall Block Party and Fireworks Spectacular, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. from 5th to 14th Street on Asbury Avenue. Over 400 crafters, food vendors, music, and more. In the evening, fireworks over the boardwalk from 6th Street through 14th Street. That's next Saturday, October the 7th. But this weekend, it's the City to Shore bicycle ride to benefit MS.
And if you're an Upper Township resident and you're coming to Ocean City tomorrow, you have 2 choices. You either get on the Parkway and take the 9th Street Bridge, or you get here by 9 o'clock in the morning, because that 34th Street Bridge is where they're going to come over. And they're going to come through Upper Township, and it's going to be a little bit of a mess over there.
They're all set up here in the parking lots and everything with tents, and it's some big event. Here comes the kick by Bright. It's to the side, taken at about 28-yard line, and out across the 35, stopped at about the 37-yard line. Ocean City will put it into play there.
Yep, return there by Joe Pancoast, sophomore. On the special teams, one of the up backs. That kick didn't carry as far as Winslow was hoping.
And it was, to the side, not down the middle.
Right.
So 1st and 10, Ocean City at their own 37-yard line.
Are they the Eagles, Tom? Winslow?
Yes.
Because they got the Eagles helmets. I mean, they got the same.
What are the Eagles going to do?
I don't know. I mean, they got the same, emblem on the helmet that the Eagles have.
Okay. Receivers left and right. Bailey gives it to Gunther, and Gunther hits out to about the 35. Pushed back there. We'll see where they spot it. 39. So he gains a couple.
Want to answer right back after the other team scores.
Got a trivia question for you, bud. We'll get to it after this question. It's something you're just going to have to guess on. There's no way you'll know. But it's interesting. Bailey, Saluda shifts. Moyer in motion. Moyer gets the ball, but lost his footing and fell down right about the line of scrimmage.
He tripped up. First, Saluda went in motion, and then he stopped, and it allowed Moyer to go in motion, and he followed Saluda, and then I think he got tripped up there by somebody.
What do you think Ocean City's record is on this field since they added turf? It happened on against Bridgeton, Timber Creek in 2016. So it was 7 years ago.
I would say, let me think about it for a minute.
Okay. 3rd and 8. Moyer in motion. Quick pass. He's got it, but he's immediately taken down by Cam Miller. Scored that touchdown. And by the way, a good defensive player, as you saw there. So a loss of a yard. It's 4th and 9 for Ocean City.
You're right. It's a sheer guess. And just to be whatever, I will say 37 and 37.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Cam Miller back to receive the punt. End over end. He gets it at the 25. He's dangerous. Returned 2 punts for touchdowns this year. He's out across the 45. Did he cross midfield? Where are they spotting this football?
46 maybe?
Yep. Ocean City 46-yard line.
Yeah, he got ahead of steam when he caught that, Tom, and
There's a flag down.
pretty tough to.
Officials are huddling. More than likely, it's on the return, so it won't affect possession, but it might affect where the ball is.
It looks like they're pointing to the point of the foul at the 50.
The flag's back around the 43, but that doesn't mean anything.
Blocking the back, maybe? Holding.
Holding against the Eagles.
It moves the ball back to the 40.
First down. Ball's at the 40-yard line.
So 20 yards already, or 25 yards actually.
That may be too many games, 37 and 37.
It is. It's a good record. 27 and 13 is Ocean City's record on the turf.
I would have thought they would have played more games than that in 7 years. 40 games in 7 years?
Yeah, less than 7 years. Well, no, this would be the 8th year.
Well, and COVID, they didn't play. I didn't take that into consideration.
Look at this run up the middle by Jaden Johnson, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore.
Ball carried by number 12, Stanley.
And he's got the first down to the 46-yard line. Trying to get outside.
Ball carried by
Nick Layton said no.
Yeah, that time Jaden Johnson tried to stiff arm Layton out of the way, but Layton, like you said no.
Gained a yard, 2nd and 9. Winslow's coach is Bill Belton. He was the quarterback at Winslow, threw for 2,000 yards and ran for 1,000 back in 2010. He's had a good career at Penn State. There he is again, Johnson. He's to the 40, maybe the 39.
to the 39.
3rd and 3. Once again up the middle. Good blocking by the offensive line. He used them and then he made a quick adjustment as well. So another first down for the Eagles. A little over 2 minutes left. Here in the first quarter, they lead it 7-0. Ruffin back to throw. Under pressure. Flag on the play. He gets away from 2 or 3 and he's in the open. Ruffin at the 20 and pulled down at the 16-yard line. I thought I saw a flag, but it might have been a towel or something. No, holding is the signal against Winslow.
Yeah, you could hear the coaches upstairs screaming, holding, throw the flag. And about 5 seconds later, they did.
Quite a run, though, by Deontay Ruffin.
You know, Tom, I think that we're getting a lineup correction here that
Holding against the Eagles.
number 12 is actually Jahir Stanley, not Jaden Johnson.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Jahir Stanley was the transferred running back from Camden who came with Ruffin and wide receiver Jalen Hornsby.
Pretty sure that that's what we're hearing. You know, it's tough to do that in the middle of the first quarter here, but I'll check it at the quarter break.
So,
Penalty.
what happened here?
Holding penalty.
Yeah, but I guess that's right. The ball is at the 42, and they've got to get to the 20. Yeah, that's right, 20 yards. It looked like a lot more. First and 20. Here goes Ruffin. Not as big a run this time. Ocean City makes a stop. Shutta.
Good tackle, too. I love to see guys who wrap the guy up, wrap the ball carrier up around the legs, around the waist, whatever you get, instead of just bumping into him and hoping he falls down. And you're not going to bump into Ruffin and get him to fall down at 225 pounds and 6'3". But he gives you a lot of legs to grab hold of.
Second and about 16. Ruffin has a receiver split to the left. He pitches the ball to Brown, and Brown is brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Boy,
terrific tackle.
Really nice.
That was J.P. Forster, I believe.
I think you're right.
So it's third down now. Third and about 15. They're checking the sidelines to see if there's a change in the play.
Boy, they have a lot of speed, does Winslow.
They got trips to the right, wide, and a receiver wide to the left. They're still looking at the sidelines. They're going to have to. Oh, they're going to let the clock run out. So the first quarter's over with Winslow on top here, 7-0 at Carey Stadium. It's not too late to go to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Wonderland is open tomorrow and Sunday from 1 till 6. They'll be open the same hours again next weekend. Remember to save your unused tickets. They'll be good next season. The summer continues through October 8th at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com. Are you overwhelmed by the college application process? Unsure of where to start or which college is right for you? Look no further. Find Your Fit College Consulting is here to help. Run by Jennifer Jamison, an experienced college consultant, Find Your Fit offers personalized guidance to help you navigate your college journey. From identifying the perfect college, collaborating with NCAA experts to help you find the best fit for an athlete, to crafting compelling applications, they're with you every step of the way. Don't let the stress of college applications hold you back. Reach out to Find Your Fit College Consulting today and take the first step towards your bright future. Visit findyourfitcc.org for more information. They're also on Facebook and Instagram. Find Your Fit College Consulting, because the right fit makes all the difference. Third and about 16 for Winslow. Again, even after the timeout and the end of the quarter, they're looking at the sidelines. Maybe Ocean City surprised them with a different defense. But they're ready to go now, I think. Ruffin shifts Brown to the left. Motion. Ruffin back to throw. Has some time. Throws it long downfield. And incomplete.
Had double coverage over there. Both Forster and Tristan Schmidt. But I'll tell you, a well-thrown ball. He almost was able to complete that. He's got a strong arm.
Yeah.
You know, it certainly helps to be the size he is, but not everybody who's that big has that strong an arm, that's for sure.
No sign of punting here. They got three receivers to the left, one to the right. Ruffin still checking the sidelines. Realigns those three receivers. And it looks like somebody's going to stop the clock here. It's Winslow. Probably a good move, the way things were going there. So timeout called by Winslow. They lead 7-0, but they're facing 4th and 16. Sure True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you'll continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Sure Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays and Saturdays until 6, Sundays until 4. Help is just around the corner. At Sure True Value Hardware, 515 New Road, Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at surehardware.com. Field hockey team defeated St. Joe earlier today right here on this field. And tomorrow the girls soccer team, now ranked number 15 in the state, they're 8-0, will play Williamstown at 10 a.m. tomorrow. They beat Mainland on Thursday 3-1. Naomi Noie has 16 goals. She's a junior. Sophomore Jada Dooley has 10 for the girls soccer team. McKenna Chisholm has chipped in with 9. Real good season so far again for girls soccer. Back to throw Ruffin. Looking long down the center and overthrows him. And that's a long throw.
Wow. He threw the ball 45 yards and plus across from the right hash mark toward the left sideline.
And on a line, it was just too long.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't get much air under it.
So Ocean City takes over on downs.
Good field position. There's a case of where, depending upon how the game is or where it is, you might punt there to try to pin them deep in their own territory. But, it didn't happen because they felt like with the wind, they had just as good a chance of picking up the first down.
All right, Bailey. Gunther to his left. Receiver split wide to the right. Play action, back to throw. A little swing pass to Gunther, but the blocking didn't hold up, and he's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, that's they're just as quick on defense as they are on offense. You gotta hold that block.
I think that was Cam Brown. Let's see.
Yeah, he didn't even give the.
Yeah, he's the guy that scored the touchdown, so he can do it all. As I said, he's highly recruited, and he's only 5'8", 177. So they're looking at the skills he brings more than the size. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. They shift Moyer. And driving out across the 35, almost to the 36-yard line, is Gunther.
Couple again. Raiders got to get something going on offense here. I mean, actually they only trail by 7 points, and it feels like it could be worse right now up to this point, but the defense has held tough when they've had to.
Yeah, Ocean City hasn't done anything offensively yet. They shift Moyer. Bailey steps up and trying to find a receiver at about the 45-yard line, but missed the connection. So it'll be 4th down in a punting situation.
Yeah, that pass over there intended for Landon Peak, but well covered. I mean, well thrown, but well covered. Really didn't have anybody else open. Had to force to punt it away.
Moyer stands on his 20. Cam Miller, dangerous inside his 35. Another high end over end kick. Goes back and makes a nice over the shoulder catch at the 24-yard line and pulled down at the 25.
Boy, that kid's a player, Tom. Tristan Schmidt, only a sophomore. Plays well defensively there. He makes a great tackle on special teams. Really good player.
Spot the football at the 25-yard line.
And Moyer's punts have forced Cam Miller to go back every single punt. You'd think at some point he's going to say, you know what, he's kicking the ball over my head. I probably ought to back up a little bit.
And he's kicked it both ways, so it's not all wind aided.
Right.
Obviously, there's probably some wind, but it doesn't seem to bother the ball when John kicks it.
Well, what wind there is, it was in his face a little bit there.
Okay. Ruffin hands it off. And there's plenty of room here. Quickly filled up by Forster.
Boy,
but a nice gain by Jalir Stanley.
Yeah, another nice open field tackle. Really love to see that. I mean, I don't love to see from an Ocean City standpoint that big of a gain, but really just good tackles. Cam Miller missed a block there. He had to choose between two players to block, and he didn't choose Forster, and he probably wishes he should. He had chosen Forster.
2nd and 4. Winslow still looking at the sidelines. It's Ruffin's second game, keep in mind. But of course he's been practicing all year. And there's more running room, almost breaking into the open. Shutter makes a shot, excuse me, not Shutter. That was stopped by Nick Layton right at midfield. He was the last guy.
Yeah, Jaheir Stanley. Their Camden transfers are pretty good players.
They're ready to go at the 50. There he is again. Stanley pulls out of a tackle, and he gets almost 10 yards.
You know, and Tom, and between Cam Miller and Deontay Ruffin, they're both only juniors. They might be the most prolific pass and catch tandem in South Jersey next year.
Or this year.
Yeah.
Though they missed 4 games. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 at the 41. Ruffin, play action. Has some time. Long pass. Out of the end zone, intended for Brown. 45-yard pass there. Maybe longer.
Good one-on-one coverage. He let go at the 46-yard line. And Forster in coverage, and the ball, from the time he threw it, to me it looked like it was going to be out of bounds. And it ended up being out of bounds, but not as far out of bounds as I thought he threw it. He does like to air it out.
Yes. And there's good reason with that arm. And the receivers he has.
It's still a low percentage pass if it's in coverage.
There's Stanley, and he blitzes through there inside the 35 for the first down.
Layton again.
6th first down for Winslow.
They don't waste any time getting to the line of scrimmage and looking to get the playoff.
Well, they do a lot of looking. But you're right. They're lined up quickly. 1st and 10 now. Ruffin to throw. Fires. Caught. And into the end zone for the touchdown is Cam Miller.
Maybe it will be this year. They had 3 wide receivers out there, and the 2 defenders kind of, I won't say ran into each other, but you know, they both maybe got a little bit confused, maybe got in each other's way a little bit, and Cam Miller just kind of ran that post pattern and went in untouched.
Bright to kick. And the kick is good. It was a Cam Brown holding on the extra point, too. So he does a little bit of everything for Winslow. They lead it here by a score of 14-0, and on the 2 touchdowns, 110 yards for Ruffin. If you have printing needs, you need the Printing Company in Summers Point. They're top quality printers, friendly, skilled professionals. The Printing Company will work with you as part of their unwavering commitment to exceed your expectations. From concept to finished product, your business is their priority. They pride themselves in delivering the expert printing you deserve at an affordable price, from business cards to brochures to visual communications. That includes signs, banners, graphics, vehicle wraps, and much more. The Printing Company, open 9 to 5 at 457th Street in Summers Point. Phone Chugger and his staff, 609-374-5417. Let the Printing Company bring your ideas to life.
Well, I think most people felt that Winslow Township was going to be a pretty formidable foe here tonight for the Raiders, and so far here in the first half, they've proven that.
They've been strong on both sides of the ball. Ocean City doesn't have a first down, and they've scored on 2 long passes but made some great runs.
I'd be surprised if Ocean City's gained 10 yards total in their possession so far. They just running into a brick wall. Gunther's had 3-4 carries, maybe a couple yards here, a couple yards there. but their defense has proven to be controlling the line of scrimmage.
Line drive kick, taken at about the 7 or 8 yard line. And there's Gunther. He's all the way out to the 45 in a hurry.
Yeah, it doesn't count toward his 1,000 yard total that he's approaching, but boy, what a great run back. Does it all.
So Ocean City starts right on its own 45-yard line. We mentioned the girls' soccer team. Both cross-country teams are still undefeated. And the boys' soccer team, well, they lost to St. Augustine, but the prep is 8-0, and they only lost 1-0. A real good effort by Ocean City's boys' soccer team. They're now 6-2. Low snap handled. Ball's kept. And that's Hendricks in there at quarterback. And he stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see him. I think that was a design run there, Tom. It just didn't get the snap to him really at the height that he needed it to get started. So
he's carried 8 times for 31 yards this year, and he's thrown 11 passes, completed 7 for 82 yards. He's back to throw now. A little short pass to Gunther, and he's knocked down. Once again, that's that man Brown at about the 48-yard line, 47-yard line.
Another third down and long, 8 yards. Yeah, no matter what, well, again, you're just looking at a tremendous amount of speed.
You see Kevin Smith talking to Walker Bailey, and he's back in.
Yeah, he was back in on that previous play, I believe. 3rd and 8. Moyer splits wide to the right. Now they shift Moyer a bit. Bailey rolls that way. Pass is incomplete. Got his hands on it at the sideline, but was knocked away, and Ocean City will punt again. Well, it's not raining, but the football is going to be a little bit slippery. That ball was right there, and I think Cam Miller probably just deflected it a little bit there at the last minute, because John Moyer's not going to drop a pass that's thrown right where it needs to be, right at him.
Look where they have Miller now. He's at the 5-yard line. So he was listening to Bud Rank. And it bounces at the 15. Now this time he couldn't get up fast enough to catch it. So the ball is going to be back inside the 15-yard line for the Eagles.
Yeah, somewhere he's in between clubs there. You watch a golf match, Tom, on TV, and when it gets dark, it doesn't look dark because the cameras, really make it look light. That's kind of what I think you're going to see here, because the field looks a little darker than that camera makes it look like. It's nasty here.
Is there a penalty? Official looks like he's about to give a signal.
Might be a timeout. Winslow's all on the sideline.
Ocean City.
Yep.
No, Winslow. Sorry. Holding against Winslow. So they'll operate. They've got 45 yards in penalties to Ocean City's 5, but it hasn't helped. They're controlling the game here.
So half the distance.
Yeah.
This would be their worst field position. The Raiders really want to come up big on defense here. Maybe get the ball back with some good field position.
Yeah, don't give him a chance to throw a long pass. Because in his case, it could be a long pass. Run up the middle and out across the 10 to about the 13 or 14-yard line. It was Stanley.
I think that was
wide receiver to the left, 3 receivers to the left, and picking up the first down is Jalen Parker. He's the quarterback who's thrown for 989 yards. So they're trying to make use of him in other ways. First down.
And he's only a freshman, Tom.
Yeah.
So
here's the pass. Off target. Incomplete.
Intended, I believe, there for Jalen Hornsby. Another Camden transfer. 6'3".
Yeah, he's been sitting out too because he's a senior. Seniors have to sit out.
What kind of team does
15
Camden
days.
have this year?
Not bad. Pretty good at 3-1. Big hit there.
Yep. First man there is Leighton. Gets up off the bottom of the pile.
Ball's at the 22-yard line. Lost. No, not going to lose much. It's 3rd and 9.
Boy, they're gonna blitz, Tom. They got Leighton. They got Shuttle on the line of scrimmage. They got Tom Grimley. Here they come.
Oh, yeah. And he just flings it. He says, if they're going to do that, I'm going to throw it 50 yards. But there's a flag and a hold against Winslow. So we'll see if Ocean City takes that penalty and puts them a little more in the hole.
They got to decline this one.
They do. So it's 4th down and 9.
Yeah, I mean 4th and 9 or 3rd and 19. They can pick up 20 yards with a running play. We've seen them do that so far. So I think it's a no-brainer they take that penalty.
Bright to punt. Ocean City with a player in single safety, J.P. Forster. He's at midfield. Snaps a little off. He handles it, and a bad kick off the side of his foot. But it gets a little bit of a roll across the 40, and Ocean City will put it into play at the Winslow 44-yard line.
Yeah, he gets about a 7-yard bounce forward. But as you said, that ball just off the side of his foot, and probably loses 10, 15 yards on it.
Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. Coming up October 5th, the Fall Author Luncheon at the Flanders Hotel featuring Pam Jenoff. Information available at oceancitylibrary.org. You can learn the best way to apply for college at the library, improve your cooking and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson, online at oceancitylibrary.org. 1st and 10, Ocean City at the Winslow 44. Raiders trail 14-0. There goes Moyer in motion. Bailey keeps it. Can he get to the outside? No. Great quickness by that Winslow defense.
Cam Miller. And Tom, it's really amazing. I mean, how quickly they even recognize the play and get there. I mean, that's a run. It's an option. It's a quarterback option. He kept the ball that time, went to the outside. Looked like he was going to have some running room. Did Bailey, and the next thing you know, there's 3 white shirts before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and about 12. Bailey back to throw. Drops into the pocket. And it's complete down to about the 41 to John Moyer.
I'll need 2 more of those.
3rd and call it 7.
This has probably been the best run defense I think they've faced, at least that I've seen so far this year. I know I missed a game or two, but Winslow is so quick to the ball.
It's actually more like 3rd and 8. The ball's at the 42-yard line, not the 41. That's where it was spotted. Receiver splits wide to the left. Bailey back to throw. Sideline pass is caught. Trying to find some running room, and he does, but he's out of bounds, short of the 1st down. However, at the 37, they might consider.
Yeah, Gunther did a nice job there just to get 5 yards after the catch. I mean, he was well covered by the linebacker, and he shook him and then shook 2 more guys, and just driven out of bounds there. Here's a softball trivia question for you, Tom. What was Winslow Township High School called before it was called Winslow Township?
Edgewood.
Of course.
4th and 4. Here we go. Ocean City goes for it. Oop. They may be going for it, but they may be changing the play. Yeah, Ocean City had a classic game with Edgewood in the playoffs. Back in the Gary Degenhardt days, it was something like 34-33 or something like that. An incredible game back and forth up there It's the same school and the same field and everything else, but it's just named after the location, Winslow Township.
You should have given the listeners just a minute to try to guess. That was too easy
Well,
for you.
they were going to snap the ball. 2:44 left here in the first half, 14-0. Winslow's on top. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City. Phone them at 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. By the way, if you have not yet watched our conversation with Paul Rodeo and Paul Sacco, and our second conversation with Tony Cerace and Frank Campo, they're both available at primeevents.net. And next week, we'll add a new one for the month of October with Mike Gill and Mike McGarry. So some interesting conversations. We hope you'll find them interesting. Are available at primeevents.net. Here's the 4th and 4 play for Ocean City. Bailey in trouble, avoids it. He's going to try to get that first down. There's a flag on the play. He looks to have had the first down, but let's see what that penalty is. It's holding against Ocean City, so they'll probably punt.
Yeah, Mike McGarry, I don't know if you were watching the Phillies the other night when they clinched the wild card, first wild card spot. And they had the celebration in the locker room. Mike McGarry was front and center of the camera at one point when they went from a commercial or something back into the locker room, and he was right there in front of the camera getting ready to do an interview.
Probably got some champagne on his clothes, too. It's like any other clubhouse. Here comes the punt from Moyer. And once again, Miller is near the goal line. And this one's toward the sideline, and it's going to go, takes a back spin. Ocean City finally covers it at about the 15-yard line.
Well, Tom, one of the assistant coaches with Gary Degenhart, one of the key assistant coaches in that Edgewood game was Skip Angelo, and he's listening because he just texted me and said the score was 35-34.
Oh, we missed it by 1.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
I thought he was talking about what he shot today. Front 9, back 9, 69.
That might be true.
It might be true. You're right. I think the United States could have used them today in the Ryder Cup with scores like that.
1st and 10 from about the 20. Little screen pass over the middle, and there's running room. Down the sideline, somebody's got to get in front of him. And they finally push him out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Another big play off the arm of Deontay Ruffin, though in that case, the yards after the play, but it's going to come back.
You said somebody's got to get in front of him like it was an easy thing to do.
So they're up to 55 yards in penalties.
Yeah,
and still lead it to 14-0 here. We got 2:12 left in the first half.
Just too much speed and too much talent right now. I mean, they beat Delsey, and the Raiders struggled against Delsey. So this is not unexpected tonight. Unfortunately, if you're a Raiders fan, but not unexpected.
Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Lone in the backfield, Ruffin. Quick pass, high, almost intercepted. It went off the hands of Cam Brown, who couldn't get up high enough for it, and almost picked off by J.P. Forster.
And they had 4 receivers to this side of the field and 1 to the other side. He threw to the short man on a quick little look-in pattern, and it was, like you said, high and off his hands, and Forster really wishing he could have that one back. It's going to be the same lineup, same setup.
2nd and 13. Ruffin's going to run it. And he dives out to about the 25-yard line.
Boy, Leighton with great recognition there, Tom. seeing exactly what Ruffin was going to do with the ball and shed that little block he had in front of him and made the stop.
Now they're shifting. They had 3 wide receivers to the right. One of them's coming into the backfield, and 2 of them are shifting to the left. So Ocean City's trying to shift accordingly. There's still another receiver out to the right. And he's looks like he's got one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, they got to call timeout. They don't like what they have defensively there.
Timeout, Ocean City. Winslow leads it 14-0. Pacini, 13th and West in Ocean City, features gourmet wood-fired pizza. There are more than just pizza, featuring pasta, chicken, and seafood entrees, plus fresh salads and sandwiches. Pacini is open year-round, 7 days a week. Phone ahead for pickup and delivery, 609-525-0767. Pacini is open every day at 11:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. on weekdays until 10 on weekends. And dining in is back at Pacini. They impressed Guy Fieri on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and they'll impress you too. Stop and see what they're all about at 1260 West Avenue in Ocean City on the corner of 13th and West right next to Wawa. Check out their menu at PaciniOCNJ.com. By the way, that game with Edgewood was on November 18th of 2000. 23 years ago, 35-34. They then beat Pleasantville and lost to Delsea. Ocean City did in the South Jersey final at Rowan. We will also, right before halftime, be able to announce for the first time the new members of the Ocean City Sports Hall of Fame. Here's a run off the left side. I don't know if he got the first down or not, but it's close, and they're going to keep the clock running, of course, because he did get the first down.
And they wanted to quickly move that down marker because we're coming up on 1 minute left here in the half. But now
Ruffin's still checking the sidelines. Yeah,
taking their time though.
But you have to be ready anyway because you don't know if they're going to check the sidelines.
Yeah, you can't make that substitution you want to make.
Yeah, double slot. Ruffin back to throw. Has plenty of time. Fires left side. Leaping catch made for a first down out around the 43-yard line.
I tell you, he doesn't know how to throw a changeup. I mean, everything's hard.
First down, number 10. Ruffin over the head of Nakir Helton. He scored 5 touchdowns this year. But that one was too high for him. That was too high for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2nd and 10, but it stops the clock. 38 seconds left. I think they've only got 1 timeout remaining. No, it says 2 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that. No, it does. No, it says 2. Ocean City has 1, they have 2. Ruffin scrambles, runs through a tackle, and he's out of bounds. Well short of a first down, all the way out amongst the cheerleaders.
Yep.
It's a 3rd down and about 6 for Winslow. The clock stops with 27 seconds left here in the first half. They lead 14-0.
Yeah, you're not going to get any help on that sideline. But, and of course, the cheerleaders were scrambling if they were paying attention. Normally they're not because they have their back to the field.
Back to throw, avoids the rush, gets it off, hit as he threw, but it's sailing downfield and it's tipped away at about the 5-yard line. 18 seconds left.
That's Forster back there in the coverage, and good coverage. He batted that ball away there at the last minute. You know he's going to throw it downfield again. He does a strong arm, but he got a lot of incompletions, Tom. If you're going to continue to
sometimes
the ball 40,
it's because his fast receivers aren't fast enough. He throws 3 yards behind them.
Well, he's got to get the ball.
There's another one. He's alone. Caught it at the 5 and in for the touchdown.
Yeah. that
Guess
time-
who? Cam Miller.
Yep. He got behind the defense that time. And
Hold on. There's a flag. Holding against Winslow. 65 yards here in the first half, and they've still dominated the game. 65 yards and penalties.
That's a catch that, I mean, you can't allow a guy to get behind you when there's, 12 seconds, 15 seconds left in the game, and they're on the 50-yard line, and they're going to throw the ball deep. You just can't. You just got to play back, stay back.
Well, about the only way you can definitely stay behind Cam Miller is to go into the end zone.
Well,
because he is so fast.
If I was out, I would wonder why there aren't, two guys down on the 20-yard line. And they're on the 45.
9 seconds left here in the first half. Ruffin back to throw. There it is. Airs it out. He's out there again, but this time it was coming cross field and couldn't get there, so it's incomplete, and the clock runs out. So it's 14-0. Ocean City kind of survives an onslaught there, and they trail by just 2 touchdowns as we get ready to halftime. Stick with us. Before we take our halftime break, we're going to tell you who the new members are of the Ocean City Sports Hall of Fame. But first, I want to tell you about RJH Insurance Group, specializing in home and flood insurance since 2006. At RJH, they're committed to excellence. As an independent agency, they have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies to get their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hogue for a quote, 609-630-4569, or check out their many services at rjhinsurance.com. The RJH Insurance Group, And 6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. weekdays, 11 until 10 on weekends, and 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. 6th Street Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza, but hot and cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. And they have free delivery and daily specials. Phone 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Well, on November 20th, 7 new members will be inducted into this Ocean City Sports Hall of Fame, and 1 team. And the 7 individuals are Abby Hartman from the class of 1997, multi-state champion as a distance runner. Maggie Wallace from the class of 2018, who set all kinds of swimming records and is one of the greatest swimmers in school history. Shelley Meister from the class of 1992, who was a great field hockey goalie, went on to great success at Penn State as well, and also played basketball and were out on the through on the track team. Lloyd Hayes, former swing coach at Ocean City High School, had great success. Ed Adamczyk, also known as Buddy Adams, who was a South Jersey champion in scoring in football and also a champion in track. John Carey, who somehow has missed getting into the Ocean City Sports Hall of Fame till now. That's been corrected. He, of course, and his brother Fenton, this field is named after him. He coached football, he coached basketball, but was best known as a track athlete who won 3 state championships in the same meet. And the 7th individual being inducted did not go to Ocean City High School, but he kept the Ocean City High School athletes on the field and the court, and that's Drew Breckenridge, the longtime athletic trainer at Ocean City High School. And the team, the 2015-16 girls swim team, part of that team was Maggie Wallace, and they won it all at the state championships. So there are the 7 people who will be inducted. I believe it's November 20th in the auditorium at Ocean City High School, and of course John Bruno will be the master of ceremonies.
I think that'll be a great night.
Yes, it will. Some good people, and people that have been part of the success, a big part of the success of sports at Ocean City High School. We'll take time out for halftime here. We'll be back with the third quarter with Winslow on top of Ocean City, 14-0. Winslow ready to kick off as we start the second half of this game. They lead at 14-0 over Ocean City on 2 long touchdown passes by Deontay Ruffin. Here's Bright's kick. It sails toward the sideline a little bit. Taken on a bounce at about the 18-yard line and pulled down at the 20 or 21-yard line. That was Tristan Schmidt on the return. Here's some scores from other games. Holy Spirit leads Clearview 10-0. Oak Crest leads Absegami 12-7. Millville has taken a 13-3 lead over Lenape. They're dedicating their new field, their new surface at Millville. Really a fine complex. Cherokee leads Williamstown 17-0. Cherokee's the only team that's beaten Winslow. Washington Township over Vineland 14-7. Kingsway leads Eastern 7-0, and Rancocas Valley has a 7-0 lead over Hamilton. Try to keep you posted on some of those games. Ocean City. Bailey awaits the snap, back to his left. Puts Moyer in motion. And hitting through for about 2 yards or so is Gunther. Call it second and a long 8. Raiders do not have a first down. And Winslow has 10. But they also have 65 yards in penalties unofficially. And 14 points. Those are all the important numbers. Bailey drops back, little screen to the left. Some room out across the 25. Winslow seems to think they've recovered the ball, but no signal from an official. Now they're going to talk it over. No, third down, they said. Third down and about 5. Ocean City trying to get something going here. They've only allowed 14 points to a high-flying offense.
Well, they got the second half kickoff here, so
third down 5. Bailey swings it out, and nothing there. Great defense by Cam Miller.
Yeah, he completes a pass there to Saluda, but again, I mean, Miller just so quick to recognize and get to the ball. Look at him, look at him cover 10 yards in that quick a time. It's just been that way the whole game. And we talk about him having a high-powered offense, and yet, you know, this defense is just quick and good.
Moyer, another high punt. And waiting for it's Miller. Couldn't find anything along the left sideline, so he's going all the way to the right side.
Still going.
And he's finally taken down at about the 49-yard line. Actually, probably only about a 15-yard return, but, you know, if you count the yards across the field.
Yeah, probably 40 anyway,
yeah.
Plus the 15.
So the ball's going to end up, it looks like, at about the 49-yard line. Wait a minute. 48. Make it the 48. Winslow on the 48.
You need your defense. You know, like I said before, it almost feels like this game is a lot worse than 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Just from watching it. Part of that's because the Raiders haven't been able to generate any offense, but there's that 4 receiver on the same side of the field split.
All by himself. Ruffin runs through a tackle. And down the right sideline, driven out of bounds there. Obviously, when you see the quarterback alone in the backfield, you're expecting a pass. But he took off down the middle.
And Moyer makes a stop there. You know, they really only have their 5 down linemen, the center, the 2 guards, and the 2 tackles. Everybody else is split wide. 5 wide receivers. 4 on one side.
At the 31. Ruffin pump fakes. Now he scrambles. And he's brought down, but he gains a few yards. Inside the 30.
Tom Grimley, a good 1-on-1 stop. The Raiders have made some good tackles, 1-on-1 tackles. But when your defensive backs are making them, that's a struggle.
Second and about 5. Again, alone in the backfield. Long pass down the right side, double covered. He stumbled. He thought he was interfered with, but no flag, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, it was both Moyer and Shutta. Maybe a little bit of a hold on the play, but good coverage.
And now off the right side, close to the first down, is Ruffin.
Yeah, ball popped loose there out of bounds as Moyer was making the tackle, but I think he was down.
He got the first down.
Yeah, it's dangerous if he doesn't find a receiver.
Yeah, he's been running very well here.
They sure don't use a tight end.
He's going to run it again, right up the middle, and down to about the 10.
Boy, the right guard and tackle just kind of both blocked to the outside. He cut inside those two players very, very nicely.
2nd and 1. He's going to run it again, and he's down inside the 5. First down.
Yeah, why change something that's working?
Yeah.
That right tackle's just really blocking to the outside. He's running inside. Now he goes outside the tackle.
And in for the touchdown. Wow. So he's thrown 2 for a total of 110 yards, and now he runs in from about the 4 for a touchdown. And it's 20-0.
Who did they lose to, Tom?
Cherokee. First game of the year.
But without these kids.
Without Ruffin, they had a couple of the transfers. But like I said, the other quarterback threw for 959 yards, a freshman. Doesn't have quite the arm, I'm sure. And the extra point is no good. So it stays 20-0. Winslow with 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Johnson's Popcorn is known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. They're open all year at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 or go online at johnsonspopcorn.com to place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. Shoppies is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shoppy.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shoppies since 1921. And by the way, if you're looking for a bargain at Shoppies, this would be a real good time to win and see Dave Tallarico, one of the great Baltimore Orioles fans, who's in a very good mood right now. Here comes Winslow to kick off.
Speaking of the Baltimore Orioles, I happen to have a signed autographed baseball from Brooks Robinson to me personally.
Wow.
And with his passing, brought back some memories.
Mr. Baltimore, they call him, at least in sports. Taking it about the 15. And out across the 35 to maybe the 37-yard line.
Tristan Schmidt. We know we've said it every time the Raiders have started on offense. They've got to get something going here, and they just haven't been able to. You know, that halftime break tried to make some adjustments, and they're just not able to do what they want to do. Both teams, obviously, in a football game are trying to impose their will on the other side, and right now, Edgewood's got it in every category.
Indeed. Receiver left. Motion from Salua. and Moyer. Not at the same time, though. And up the middle is Gunther. Picks up about 3.
Yeah, they ran that play earlier, that motion anyway between Saluda and Moyer, and they gave the ball to Moyer. He was unable to pick up any yardage. That time they run the same formation. They put the same 2 guys in motion back to back and give it to Gunther. He gets a few. I don't
2nd and 7.
think he's getting to 1,000 tonight, Tom.
Probably not. But there's another one next week. Here he goes. Avoids that guy, but they're coming for him. They are quick to the ball.
And it's not just one guy.
No.
I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that got to the sideline that quickly after like a 1-yard gain.
3rd and about 6 or 7. Next week, Ocean City scheduled to play St. Joe Hamilton, and they will, but it may not be in Hamilton like it's supposed to be because that new turf field up there is not ready to play yet. They're hoping it'll be ready by next week. Otherwise, it might be here next Friday. Walker Bailey hit from behind and stopped, sacked back around the 41-yard line. He just couldn't find anybody open.
Yep, and it's, single man-to-man coverage. Didn't see any no deep safeties or anything, just simple man-to-man coverage and just nobody open.
I think there's a flag. Don't see it, but the officials are acting like there is. Illegal procedure against Ocean City. It's declined. So it's 4th down and about 7. And Ocean City will punt it, which has been their brightest spot.
Yeah.
Beautiful punting job by John Moyer.
And once Cam Miller realized he needed to be back a little further, he's ripped off some good returns.
He's still backing up now at the 20. High kick kind of toward the sidelines. He gets it at the 15. Trying to go across field, and he's not fast enough. Imagine saying that about him. But
yeah.
Ocean City with good coverage.
Joe Pancoast again, sophomore. 2 good plays for him tonight. That was a real good play. Just a nice open field tackle again. Wraps him right around the waist and brings him down. Really nice tackle.
5'11", 176-pound freshman. 5:17 left in the 3rd quarter. And they're starting on their own 12. Don't forget tomorrow the MS City to Shore ride with 7,000 cyclists raising $5.6 million, promising to be the best cycling experience on the East Coast. They're all coming to Ocean City. And they've catered rest stops all the way and bike support and SAG transportation.
I wonder how long it takes the quickest one to get here.
You should have tried it.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
My bicycle is stationary.
Back to throw, Ruffin. Scrambles, pump fakes. And he's going to run out of bounds for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Good pursuit by Ocean City. Of course, pretty good coverage, too, because he couldn't find anybody.
So if the first rider leaves at 8 o'clock in Cherry Hill, they could be here by 10:30, you think?
What time they leave?
8 o'clock?
2.5 hours?
Yeah. I mean, if they're doing 20 miles an hour.
Okay. Guess it's possible. 2nd and 10. He went out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw again. Fires over the middle. It's too high. That happens quite a bit. And incomplete. It could have been intercepted if the defensive back wasn't exactly the right position, but Hornsby couldn't get his hands on it, and he's 6'3".
You know, I almost feel like because the receivers aren't as tall as he is, he has a tendency to release that ball up high and they're just not able to get to it. I mean, there's no way they're going to catch some of those balls. He's throwing them a foot, 2 feet over their head, even when they jump. But here they go again.
Back to throw. Over the middle, but too much lead. Had a step on the defense, did Naquir and Helton, but too much lead on the pass. So a punting situation from deep in their own territory for the Eagles.
Yeah, they almost need a block punt here, you know, to get some momentum going and get a little bit of inspiration. Going to stand in his own end zone or close to it. I guess not. Yeah,
No,
I guess he is in his own end zone. Yep.
Yeah. But of course, you don't want to make a mistake. So they've got a 20-0 lead, but good snap, not much of a rush. Line drive kick, and it hits and is caught immediately at the 37 or 38-yard line. So that's where Ocean City will put it into play.
Yeah, and that's that line drive punt only works if it's, you know, catches everybody off guard and you get a good bounce out of it. He got a backward bounce out of it.
Don't forget, next Saturday, October the 7th, is the Fall Block Party and Fireworks Spectacular in Ocean City, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. from 5th to 14th Streets on Asbury Avenue. Over 400 crafters, food vendors, music, and more. In the evening, fireworks over the boardwalk from 6th to 14th Street. That's the Fall Block Party next Saturday, October the 7th in Ocean City.
A lot of fours on that scoreboard for the time.
Yep, 4:44 left in the third quarter. 20-0. Receivers left and right. Bailey throws long. He's out there. And Ocean City's on the board. John Moyer beat the defense.
Yeah, he did, Tom, and he had one-on-one coverage down the sideline, and Bailey just laid it out there perfectly to him. I guess Winslow was looking for a run on the first play, and he just laid it right there. He caught the ball about 10 yards shy of the goal line and just kind of walked in. Never know.
Nicely thrown, and of course John Moyer's quickness and abilities got him open. The kick is low and wide, so it's no good, and it remains 20-6.
Yeah, they had some trouble there on the snapper hold, one or the other, but you know, there you're seeing a replay of Moyer just blowing by the defender and waltzing into the end zone after that catch.
Raiders down by 14. It's not too late to go to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. They're open tomorrow and Sunday from 1 until 6. They'll be open the same hours again next weekend. Remember to save your unused tickets. They'll be good next season. The summer continues through October 8th at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com. As we mentioned earlier, Millville leads Lenape 13-3 in the first game on the new turf field at Wheaton Field. It's a very nice field, and giving them some first-class credentials. Millville leads at 13-3. That was a halftime to score.
It's interesting, all the high schools are going to turf fields so they can get other sports on the fields, and the NFL's going back to grass.
Here's the kick, and it's into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the NFL doesn't have to worry about field hockey.
That's what I mean. You know, this is, and everybody thinks about, you know, turf field for the football team, and yet it just allows field hockey, soccer, girls soccer, and boys soccer, lacrosse.
Yep.
It's just a multi
and soon to be, I think, a varsity sport. Girls flag football. I don't think it's going to happen in the next 2 years, but it's going to happen, I think.
Well, they just added volleyball this year, right?
Yeah, Ocean City did, yeah. Nobody's playing flag football as a varsity sport yet, but I think it's probably going to happen. Trips to the right, receiver to the left, and the handoff inside, and nothing there. Ocean City's defense reacts.
Yeah, that's what they need. Some stops like that. Luke Holmes there. I'm sorry, not Luke Holmes. Justin Gooden there for the stop. And like I said, they need that 2 more times. Of course, they'll get it 1 more time, and then it'll be a pass play. But that's a great defensive play there.
This could be a pass play, too. Who knows? 2nd and 10, and it is. Quick pass, and it's incomplete. Just a touch behind the intended receiver, Cam Miller. And as you said, he doesn't throw change-ups.
No.
So you don't have a lot of time to react if his pass is a little behind you or something.
Yeah, and they just aren't getting a big enough rush. I mean, again, there's only 5 guys, and they got so many guys out in coverage. You kind of have to use the linebackers to go out there in coverage, and they're not able to blitz much and you know, put any pressure on him. He's standing back there a long time looking for somebody to throw to.
Quick pass to the sidelines, and it's complete. Boy, it looked like there was a good chance to intercept that pass.
Yeah, not only that, but they really had a chance to stop him from the first down, and unable to do it.
Stanley brings it out to the 39-yard line. The official ready to go. That's their 14th first down. And nothing on that. Well, maybe a yard on that play out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they're doing a little better job against him when he runs the ball, at least in this series. But that's just a straight run. He didn't even look downfield to throw the ball, and here they go again.
He's alone in the backfield. Throwing long down the right side, and it is broken up.
Pass is complete.
It is complete. Wow.
That is a wow. Moyer couldn't believe it. I mean, he was right there the whole time, had his hand up in Cam Miller's face, and I thought he actually knocked the ball away. We're pretty far away, but I thought he actually knocked the ball away.
That's the dark corner of the field, too. Here's Ruffin again. He's roughed with a good pass rush, and the pass goes incomplete.
Well, that time, they must have heard me because they blitzed that time, and they got Leighton in there, or Leighton got himself in there, and he hit Ruffin just as he was throwing the ball, and that ball's thrown out of bounds. So.
Ruffin carries down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
And they're definitely in 4-down territory here, that's for sure, with 2:36 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Absegami's taken a 13-12 lead over Oakcrest. Another Thanksgiving game. I think they're going to call timeout. So timeout called by Winslow. They lead it 20-6. You overwhelmed by the college application process, unsure where to start, which college is right for you? Well, look no further. Find Your Fit College Consulting is here to help. Run by Jennifer Jamison, an experienced college consultant, Find Your Fit offers personalized guidance to help you navigate your college journey. From identifying the perfect college, collaborating with NCAA experts to help you find the best fit for an athlete, to crafting compelling applications, they're with you every step of the way. Don't let the stress of college applications hold you back. Reach out to Find Your Fit College Consulting today and take the first step toward your bright future. Visit findyourfitcc.org for more information. They're also on Facebook and Instagram. Find Your Fit College Consulting, because the right fit makes all the difference. Ruffin. He's pretty close. From our angle, it's hard to tell, but if he didn't get it, yeah, he did. Official signal. They haven't moved the chains, though.
He's probably carried the ball more than anybody else on their backfield.
14-yard line.
He keeps it again and drives toward the goal line, but just short.
Roughing on the carry.
Unbelievable. They did this last time they got down this close in that red zone, and they just let him run every play. Here he goes again.
He's short.
Roughing on the carry.
I mean, he's 6'3", 224 pounds. He's got some power and some size. He's up under center now, and he dives ahead.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Yeah, they don't give you any time to get a goal line defense or anything in there, but you know, that's an Eagles play right there. You bring the quarterback up under center and get him in the end zone. That could be all she wrote if there was any doubt even after the Raider touchdown. To trail by 3 touchdowns with minute and 28 left in the third quarter is going to be tough to come back from.
Ruffin alone in the backfield for 2 points. And well covered. And there's a flag. He looked like he had hands on him. So it's a flag, and they'll get to try it again from 1.5 yards closer.
Well, this will be a running play for 2 points, I would guess.
Pass interference against the Raiders.
Trying to make up for the extra point they missed.
Yep. Trying to make it 28-6.
Bringing in those 4 wide receivers. 5, actually.
Ruffin alone in the backfield. He's going to lob it in the deep corner of the end zone, and it's batted away, and another flag. And a flag in the backfield, too.
Yeah, that was a penalty. I mean, he was holding them there.
Roughing the passer against Ocean City. We don't even know what the other flag was because it certainly wasn't the same penalty. That guy was all the way back in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, that's going to be a pass interference or a hole in the defense for sure. You know, you're out there as a defensive player and you're one-on-one. The guy's going to the far pylon, and you want to keep him from getting there, but it's not going to move the ball much. At this point, you know, you would think they'd just get up there and sneak.
Nope. Back to throw. Gets rid of it. No flag this time. Incomplete. They don't get the 2-pointer.
They threw all 3 times, Tom, to Moyer. Moyer's side of the field.
Uh-huh.
Or the guy he was covering anyway. And the first 2 times they drew penalties, and that time he made a good play and denied them.
So it's 26-6. Winslow with 1:28 left in the third quarter. At Boulevard Super Liquors on Roosevelt Boulevard in Marmora, the Bile family has served area residents for 4 generations. Boulevard is just 676 steps from Ocean City and right off exit 25 of the Garden State Parkway. Through the years, they've employed hundreds of former Ocean City High School athletes. They form a courteous staff ready to help you find what you need quickly and get you on your way. Boulevard is open every day until 10 p.m. Whatever your needs, the staff at Boulevard Super Liquors can make it happen. Call them at 609-390-1300. Check out their new website at superliquorsnj.com. Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora, family owned since 1938. Here comes the kick from Bright. It's short. Bounces up. Free ball at the 23, and he falls on it. It was a short hop. It was tough for a shortstop and tough for a kick receiver.
Yeah, it was Gunther trying to field that one. I thought it was going to go out of bounds there for a minute.
And it looks they've spotted it on the 23-yard line, I believe. 22.
Well,
Ocean City has 1 first down. It was a 37-yard touchdown.
And it could have been a 77-yard touchdown if they were back here. So you never know what's going to happen. They're liable to run that same play right here. Although I would think the defender would remember it.
Bailey waits the snap. Little pump fake, pass to Moyer's complete, and Moyer's out to the 40 for a first down.
Yeah, another really well-thrown ball and a little short post pattern there by Moyer from the right side. He's split wide a little bit, and he's got one-on-one coverage, and then the safety comes up, help out. But the cornerback defender who was in coverage on him makes the stop. And that player, Emerson Brown is down on the field, maybe a cramp.
Yeah, Cameron Brown is a key player. He has 28 tackles coming into this game, plus 229 yards rushing. Sure True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you'll continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Sure Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays and Saturdays until 6, Sundays until 4. Help is just around the corner at Sure True Value Hardware, 515 New Road, Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at surehardware.com. We mentioned the Mainland Bridgeton game scheduled for tonight has been postponed until Monday at 3 o'clock. And the Middle Township Wall game, Middle's undefeated, as is Mainland, is now Sunday at noon up at Wall Township. Gunther, he's got about 4 out to the 44.
Is this because they're expecting rain again tomorrow, Tom?
I think that I don't know about Wall, but Mainland's a grass field, and I think it's pretty wet, pretty soaked.
Right.
So rather than dig up their field, I guess,
right,
they decide let's play it at another time. And because I got to think there's going to be some interesting home games for Mainland this year. They have already, but they look to be a high seed. 2nd and 6. Bailey has some time. Throws long. Moyer's out there. That's got to be a flag.
Man, that was all kinds of interference there. I mean, he just grabbed hold of him.
Wow.
I guess not. I'm not wearing a black and white uniform.
There's no reviewing high school sports. Here it is again. What do you think?
Well,
looks like he shoves him off stride.
Yeah, I don't know if the pass was going to be able to be completed anyway, but that's not really the point.
The one advantage Moyer has over Miller, is size. He's taller. Little play action. Pass incomplete, almost intercepted by Josiah Bullock, the middle linebacker. So it's 4th down, about 6 yards to go. Ocean City at its own 44-yard line as the third quarter comes to an end. 26 to 6. Winslow over Ocean City. If you have printing needs, you need the Printing Company in Summers Point. They're top quality printers, friendly, skilled professionals. The Printing Company will work with you as part of their unwavering commitment to exceed your expectations. From concept to finished product, your business is their priority. They pride themselves in delivering the expert printing you deserve at an affordable price, from business cards to brochures to visual communications. That includes signs, banners, graphics, vehicle wraps, and much more. The Printing Company, open 9 to 5 at 450 7th Street in Summers Point. Phone Chugger and his staff at 609-374-5417. Let the Printing Company bring your ideas to life. Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. Don't forget, on the 5th of October, it's that fall author luncheon at the Flanders featuring Pam Jenoff. Information available at oceancitylibrary.org. You can also improve your cooking and computer skills, all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org.
And isn't the Flanders celebrating, what is it, the 100th anniversary or something this year?
Is that right? Bailey's pass is caught. I don't know if he held on to it, but he didn't gain anything, and they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, tried to get a little short pass to Saluda there and get the first down out of that, but again, well covered. You see those two white shirts close so quickly, and I don't even know if he gained a yard. Winslow Township's going to get great field position. Ocean City really didn't have much choice. They had to go for it.
At the 44. Straight ahead. Stanley, Jaleel Stanley.
You know, Tom, I think back to that 2-point conversion attempt. They get 2 penalties and they move the ball into like the half-yard line, and they ran the ball like 6 times in a row inside the 20, and they don't run it to get 2 points inside the 1.
Nice cutback and a few yards, close to a first down by Josiah Bullock.
Ocean City players trying to strip the ball, but it's going to be a holding call against Winslow here, I believe.
And another penalty. I think that's their first in the second half, though. But they're up to 75 yards.
I said before, I'll say, I mean, even at 26-6, it seems like it could be worse. They have hurt themselves with the penalties, but the Raiders at least able to generate offense on that one throw. Although that was a first down, it's not like they had any sustained drive. It was a first down play on that 37-yard touchdown pass. Sometimes the other team's just better.
Jake McCaffrey, the referee, talking it over with another official before they mark the ball ready for play. That's a great Hollywood name. Lance McCaffrey. Down the left sideline, through a couple tackles, and inside the 40, about the 38-yard line. It's about 4 yards to go.
4 down territory, no doubt.
On the 39-yard line.
The 4 wide receivers. The 3, now they bring them to the wide side of the field, but they had 3 all bunched up on the short side of the field.
Up the middle, blasting through for the first down, then hit and stop. Ball may come loose.
Might have been number 57 there, Tom, which is Eric Reef.
Yeah, there he is.
Big turnover. I don't know who made the hit, but it almost looked like Leighton got his helmet on the ball there. Here you're going to see it again. Looked like it was Leighton got his helmet on the ball. And also Tom Grimley was in there as well.
First and 10 from the 33, Ocean City with the ball. They're down 20 with 10 and a half left. Gunther picks up 2 or 3.
I would think that the Mustangs would like to be playing a little better schedule this year with the team they have. You know, they're going to play Bridgeton, and you know that's not going to be much of a test for them.
Talking about Mainland?
Mainland.
Uh-huh.
I said I think they'd like to be playing a little tougher schedule to prepare them for what's coming down the road.
Bailey swinging a pass out. Too much lead. Trying to get it to Duke Gunther. Tried his best to get under it, but
a little wheel route there, and I think he was expecting Gunther to turn it up the field a little sooner than he did, and Gunther kind of took more of a curvish route, if that's even a word.
It is now. People will be quoting you forever.
I mean, I've heard of curvaceous, but that's not, that didn't apply there.
So it's 3rd and 9. Ocean City trying to take advantage of a takeaway. Recovering a fumble. Slot left, receiver right. Bailey sets, lets it go down the left sideline. Too much lead. Both quarterbacks a little strong today. Though Ruffins had a couple of that Miller was able to run under.
Yeah, I mean, you throw the ball 35 yards. You don't have, in this case, you don't ever have a lot of room for error. I mean, you got to put the ball where the guy can catch it, and he overthrew him by a stride.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds easy to hit the guy on the numbers when he's open, but it isn't. Not at this level.
Moyer
not at that length.
at his 20. And Miller backs up to his 30. Standing right on that blue line. A little lower kick. It gets an Ocean City roll. Goes right to Miller. And he spins out of a tackle. Runs through another one and gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
I think that that ball might have been tipped. Might have got the, I don't know which one of the Winslow Township players, but it looked like they might have gotten a hand on it because there was some contact back there with Moyer.
Mm-hmm.
So he must have tipped it.
At the 42. Trying to run out their 26-6 lead. Improve to 5-1. Has some time. Throws down the middle. He's there. Touchdown. Jalen Hornsby.
Yeah, I was just going to say, with 9 minutes left, why aren't you just running the football, taking time off the clock? But I guess not. They love that home run ball.
58-yard touchdown.
Yep, got 5 yards behind the defense, much like on Moyer's touchdown pass.
Bright will kick out of the hold of Cam Brown. High snap, he gets it down. And it's good. So it's 33-6 with 9:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design, assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together. Take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City. Phone them at 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. Pacini, 13th and West in Ocean City, features gourmet wood-fired pizza. But they're also, they're more than just pizza. They have pasta, chicken, and seafood entrees, plus fresh salads and sandwiches. Pacini is open year-round, 7 days a week. Phone ahead for pickup and delivery, 609-525-0767. Pacini is open every day at 11:30 until 9 on weekdays, until 10 on weekends, and dining is back at Pacini. Stop and see what they're all about at 1260 West Avenue in Ocean City on the corner of 13th and West, right next to Wawa. Check out their menu at PaciniOCNJ.com. Bright to kick off. And he kicks it deep to the 10, dropped and picked up at the 15. And down the right sideline, there's a flag, I think, on the play. He's out across the 35-yard line. Something was thrown in the air anyway.
Definitely a flag, Tom. Tristan Schmidt with the return again. They've had a few different guys return the ball depending upon where the kick's been. That's his second or third return. But it's probably coming back based on when the flag was thrown.
We'll get the signal from Lance. And that's it, holding. And it'll take it back to the 15-yard line.
You know, maybe it's just not a coincidence that Lance got to be the referee tonight when we have this big bike-a-thon coming tomorrow, although his last name's not Armstrong.
There's a stretch, fan.
It's tough to think of things to say at 33-6.
Hendricks is going to come out with the offense. Hendricks takes the snap and keeps it.
Hendricks on the keeper.
Picks up a yard.
And the last snap he took was to run the football as well. He's going to stay in the game probably for the last 8 minutes at quarterback.
Yeah, he produced a couple of touchdowns against Delsey.
Threw the ball well there in that fourth quarter there. Second half, I should say.
And ran it well. Gunther to his left, slot to his left, receiver to his right. And down the right side, almost to a first down.
I think he might have got the first down, Tom.
Dropped it into another gear down that sideline. He did get it.
Little stutter step, gets to the outside. Picks up 9 maybe.
Holy Spirit leads Clearview 24-0. Rancocas Valley leads Hamilton 7-6. And trouble there. Low snap.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to give the ball off to Gunther and then kept it himself. And about 4 white jerseys said that's not the right decision. Moyer comes back. Here comes Ryan Hendricks in from the sideline with the play call.
Oakcrest back in front of Absegami 20-13. Trying to get to the outside is Gunther, and he can't get there. The pursuit is too quick, and he stopped short of the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and he's quick. Gunther is quick, and yet Cam Miller just said, "You're not turning the corner out here." Impressed with him. 5'11", 177-pound junior.
Third and about 14 for Ocean City. Trailing by 27.
Was he the one you said had offers already, Cam Miller?
Yeah. Highly thought of on both sides of the ball. Hendricks runs away, caught from behind.
Sack in the backfield.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. They're just teeing off now, figuring you got to throw the football. Winslow's going to take a timeout here.
Yeah. Timeout Winslow. They lead it here 33-6 with 6:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. The RJH Insurance Group has specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006. At RJH, they're committed to excellence. As an independent agency, they have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies to get their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hogue for a quote at 609-630-4569 or check out the many services at rjhinsurance.com. The RJH Insurance Group. Ocean City and St. Joe next week. St. Joe is winless. And I think it was something like 60. I'll give you the exact score here that Winslow beat St. Joe's 63-14. That was before Ruffin.
You might have to go back 40 years to find a time when St. Joe was winless at this point in the season.
Oh, I think absolutely. That ball might have been blocked. It was out of bounds just across the 35-yard line. It had a funny spin to it, too.
Maybe ever in their history, although we don't know what they were like way, way back before they became a football powerhouse. But things change.
Ball's on the 38-yard line. And as we said before, that game's scheduled to be played in Hamilton. Hamilton has laid out a new turf field at the Hamilton Rec Center. The bleachers are up, the press box is up, the lights are up, but they haven't got approval for the field yet, and there's still a few things have to be done. They hope to have it done next Monday or Tuesday and be able to play. Then Ocean City would be opening that field for it, but it may have to be played here or somewhere else. They have the option to move it somewhere else. Back to throw, Ruffin. He's got room down the middle. He finds a man in the end zone, and it's touchdown.
He almost threw that ball sidearm, Tom.
That was Naquir Helton, his 6th touchdown of the year.
And not one of his touchdown passes have been short or cheap. I mean, they've all been home run balls.
Indeed.
I swear I know he didn't throw that ball overhand, though. He did. He threw it like 3/4 sidearm.
And because it's now a 33-point lead, the clock will be running the rest of the game unless Ocean City scores. Kick's good. So it's 40-6. Winslow on top. At Boulevard Super Liquors at Roosevelt Boulevard in Summers Point, the Bile family has served area residents for 4 generations. Boulevard is just 676 steps from Ocean City and right off exit 25 at the Garden State Parkway. Through the years, they've employed hundreds of former Ocean City High School athletes. They form a courteous staff that's ready to help you find what you need quickly and get you on your way. Boulevard is open every day until 10 p.m. Whatever your needs, the staff at Boulevard Super Liquors can make it happen. Call them at 609-390-1300 or check out their new website at superliquorsnj.com. Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora, family owned since 1938.
Well, we'll probably get some, we used to say clean jerseys at this point, but with AstroTurf, everybody's jersey pretty much remains clean.
And the clock will stop on scores, timeouts, injuries, and penalties. Here's a return, looking for room. And he drags some people out across the 35-yard line.
There's a flag on the play.
I think there's a flag.
I don't know. Gunther brought that one back.
Holding against the Raiders.
Apparently there's a penalty against Ocean City.
Probably that same hold they had last time.
So Ocean City, 37 yards unofficially in penalties. They only had 15 in the first half. Both teams have, well, actually, Winslow has slowed down with penalties in the second half, but Ocean City's had a few more. So they're going to start this at about the 21-yard line.
And the clock was running even though there was a penalty.
As soon as the ball's set for play,
Okay.
in a penalty, it stops until it's set for play. Trying to get to the left side. He's couldn't quite reach it. Gunther
Second down.
probably very close to his fingertips there.
Yeah, that was another one of those balls just thrown a little too far. I don't know if ball seems to be sailing for all the quarterbacks today.
I have to say this, though. I mean, overall, compared to what was expected, the weather hasn't been that big a deal.
Nope.
You know, the field's a little wet because there was some rain earlier, and there's some wind, but it hasn't really impacted the game much.
Yeah, I don't see. Most of the umbrellas are gone.
2nd and 10. Hendricks takes the snap. Bouncing off a few tacklers, but the thing about it is you bounce off one or two and two more come.
Yeah, that was Moyer trying to gain some yardage up in there. Actually, look up in the lights. It does look like it's still blowing a little bit of rain around. But nobody seems to be affected by it. I don't know how much of it's mist and how much of it's just light rays.
Only one turnover in the game, so. No snap. Hendricks steps up. Now he's going to run. Gets to the sidelines. And is out to about the 30.
Yeah, he wanted Gunther again, I think, on that little out of the backfield wheel route or whatever. But he had double coverage over there.
Ball spotted at the 30. Yeah, right on the 30.
Kevin Smith gives him the play.
Yeah, they're going after it. 4th and 2. Clock running down to 3 minutes. Hendricks. Gunther behind him. Gives him the ball. And he breaks free, but is he too much fast pursuit? And he's stopped back around the 26-yard line.
That may be the best example of what we've talked about all game, Tom, how quickly Winslow's defense closes. Here you see 6 or 7, 8, actually probably 10 guys that just weren't going to allow that play to go anywhere. And like we said before, Gunther's quick.
So Winslow will take over with 2:12 left.
You think they'd just take a knee here, but I wouldn't count on it. With a running clock, they could run the clock out with 4 knees.
Ruffin throws over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Trying to hit Parker. As you said, Parker's the freshman who threw for 989 yards in the first 4 games at quarterback. But he's obviously an athlete, and they're using him as a wide receiver with Ruffin in at quarterback. So it's 2nd and 10. Clock continues to run. It's down to a minute and a half.
I don't know what you gain by throwing the ball here.
Ruffin did a 360 there. Hoped to find an open receiver, but he couldn't. He threw incomplete.
Of course, to their benefit, the clock still runs even though the passes are incomplete. But I don't know, maybe they're just trying to get more timing with him because this is his only, 2nd game with them, but still.
He's had quite a night. 4 touchdown passes. Longest one 77 yards and 2 touchdown runs. Here's another long pass for the end zone. And looked like a bump there, but there's no flag. And the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage back there that time by Forster.
So it's 4th down, 28 seconds, clock running. Probably will not run another play. Ocean City run people in and out. They're going to line up.
Ruffin looks like he wants to run another play. Why? Why are you doing this?
He's back to throw. Ball pops in the air. He's hit as he throws. And the question is it a fumble? Doesn't matter. Clock's all zeros. But
what if he got hit?
I don't know.
What if he hurt his arm on that or shoulder on that hit?
I don't know if that was considered. The officials haven't made any signal as to whether that was a fumble or an incomplete pass. Ocean City picked it up, but maybe we can figure it out for ourselves when we take a closer look at the video. Anyway, 40-6, Winslow wins it by 34. They improved to 5-1. They won 5 in a row since their opening loss to Cherokee. Ocean City drops to 1-4. The Raiders will play St. Joe next Friday, either in Hamilton on their brand new field, first game on their brand new field, possibly back here at Carey Stadium, or maybe even in the third field. That'll be determined later. Special congratulations to Drew Breckenridge, John Carey, Ed Adamczyk, Lloyd Hayes, Shelley Meister, Maggie Wallace, Abby Hartman, and the 2015-16 girls swim team, all selected to be inducted next month or in November into the Ocean City Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Tom, some great names on that list there, and an honor for all of them. I'm sure they're very, very pleased and represented Ocean City High School very, very well. Tonight, tough game here. I mean, again, this is just a very, very talented team here from Winslow Township, and everybody knew it was going to be a tall order to stay with them, and it certainly was. I'll just say I'm a little surprised the way it ended up here that they would allow him to throw that ball with 13 seconds left and, risk any kind of injury. And the way he got hit there as he was throwing, that's always a possibility. But, hey, they're a good football team, and he's a good quarterback. And they're going to win a lot more games. And now it looks like they're going to run wind sprints.
All right, there it is. We'll be back from somewhere next Friday as Ocean City takes on St. Joe. We thank, of course, Mike Pellegrino, Devin Cioli, and all the people here at Carey Stadium for their hospitality. For Bud Rink and Bill Shallcross, Tom Williams, the final. Winslow 40, Ocean City 6.